All right, last but not least on the agenda is we're gonna talk about dorsiflexion range of motion. So that's when your ankle does this. A lot of people are limited in it. It affects squatting and lunging and a lot of things. But it's just a great, like, you need dorsiflexion to be able to not have other things affected by your lack of motion. So this is also a great one to perform just as a mobility routine. If you're super hypermobile and you don't need to work on it, that's fine. Just work on more of the strengthening stability component. But I have a couple ways I like to do this. So this is dorsiflexion, okay? Probably should be showing y'all this with my shoe off, so I'll take it off. Now I'm not being lazy. All right, so we're aiming your knee towards your middle toes. If we go big toe, we're calling that pronation, which is not what we want, okay? I also don't want you going too wide right now for the sake of this. So we're working on where you bend right here in your ankle. So I kind of just have patience, just show me generally. There's a wall test, but for the sake of this video, I'm just showing y'all, like, you can literally do it on the floor. It's very easy. May not be easy to perform, but it's not a hard one to do. So from the side view, what I want is where you're aiming, number one. Number two, keep your heel down, okay? So my heel is not coming up yet. Now it is, and now I'm gonna not be just focusing on that anymore. I'm starting to get into hip stuff. So we wanna isolate this. I feel pinchy in the front, which is where a lot of people feel pain if they're limited with dorsiflexion, okay? Some people feel it back here, some people feel pinchy here. And what I want you to do is try to relax into it, and then the big muscle that's up here, I want you to try to just relax that because it starts being like on guard for you because it's not used to getting to that motion, and just repeat that. You can add a band as well. So put a pull-up band or whatever you have in the crease, have it behind you, and then that's providing a glide for you while you move. You can also do this elevated on something, chair, bench, whatever it is. Preferably the band and stuff I like up here so that you can have a downward and backwards pull. So if you have something to connect it to when you were going through here. So it may feel scary for y'all to go a lot knees over toes, but you actually need to have that range of motion. So if it's just crunchy, no big deal. If it's pain, you can work on it, but it's probably because you're limited here. So I usually like to do like 10 to 20 of those each foot, or specifically for sure on the ones that you're limited. So that is another great one to work on just for mobility's sake, especially if you're not just having issues with running, if you're having issues getting into the deep part of a squat or lunge without having pain and things like that. So that is my running series. So we went over strengthening, mobility, and single leg loading and control. So I hope that helps.